What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Long Dark. My name is Splattercat. Happy to have you here today as we hang out for a little while, and hopefully we can finally escape from this boat, bro. I've been inside this boat for like a minute. Like, seriously, I had to end the last episode because the boat was taking too long. There's a blizzard outside, and so you know how it goes. Once the blizzard shows up, I thought the game crashed there. Legit, like low-key, I thought the game crashed there for a second because I totally didn't tell it to go outside. But yeah, once blizzards start showing up, then you got to deal with Activision. So the cartography update, as far as I understand it, you have to use a campfire in order for that to work. And I don't have any wood right now. Apparently, you get to a campfire, and then you take like a stick with like charcoal, and then you just sit there and you work on it for a while. And so it's kind of a risk-reward scenario where it draws a map, and then that's at the expense of your hunger and your resources and stuff like that. How cold is it outside right now? Pretty goddamn cold. It's pretty cold right now. I think we'll be alright, though. I want this sapling, though, so I can make a bow. I want this sapling really badly. There we go. Give me this sapling real quick. There we go. And so this can be cured for crafting and repair. Good. I will try. I'm not going to have time to, like, dry it out right now. Worst case scenario is that I take it and I throw it on the ground while I'm sleeping and while I'm traveling. And then I would also like to look around for, like, some wood scraps or whatever if I can find them. I'm going to get some rocks out, too. I got, like, 5 of these things. Geologist weapon of choice, bro. I've always thought they should add a sling to this game, too, because a sling or an ad ladle are both actually really easy to manufacture. I don't know. My dad and I made ad ladles one summer, and making an ad ladle is super easy. It's really not difficult. Like, it's just a stick with a notch on the end, and you can use it to throw a spear hella far. And once you get good with that thing, you can actually aim it pretty well once you get a feel for it. It's kind of weird throwing it up in the air because, like, you got to throw it at a weird arc. Like, you don't throw it directly at whatever you're trying to hit like you do with a sling. You kind of launch it up into the air, and it has, like, an overhand arc to it. But once you figure that out and you get a feel for, like, how it leans and everything, you'll be fine, man. You'll be good to go. Like, it's a great little weapon. But I've always been surprised they never add slings or anything to this game. I've always thought that that was a really obvious choice, is that, like, you could take leather and, like, a bit of rope or whatever, and you can make slings, man. We used to make slings when I was a kid all the time. All you had to do was take a knife, and you would cut out a square of, like, you cut out a square of leather, and then you would take, like, 2 bits of string or, like, twine or, like, hemp or whatever it was you had around the house, and you would bind it to both ends evenly so that the holes were lined up, and then you just put a little rock in that sucker, and you could whip it around. And me and my friends and my dad and everybody else when I was a kid, we were pretty good with a sling stone. My family was religious, and so this was a big part of my religious education, was learning about David and Goliath and all that kind of stuff. Learning how to make a sling, and then, man, once you got good with that sling, dude, you could tag some shit with that thing. I've taken out a squirrel with a sling before. Not hard at all. Once you get good with it, it's not a tough item to use. You can definitely do some damage with a sling. I don't think you kill a deer or anything like that with it, but you could definitely get like a fox. You could definitely scare off a wolf with it. You could probably scare off a bear with it. They've run velocity checks, and actually the velocity of a well-thrown stone, especially if you get something that's iron-bearing, magnesium-bearing, or lead-bearing, if you're good with a sling, the impact velocity of a sling stone can be about as high as a .45 caliber bullet. On, like, a really experienced slinger can get it up to the velocity of a bullet to where it'll actually have penetration. It'll go into somebody. So, you know, keep that in mind. A lot of people undervalue slings, but historically, I actually listened to a guy named Malcolm Gladwell. I listen to a lot of things by Malcolm Gladwell. I find him to be a really interesting lecturist. If you've never listened to Malcolm Gladwell before, I highly recommend. Start with his TED Talk about David and Goliath. And I promise you, you'll be addicted after that. You'll start listening to all his other stuff. He does statistical analysis, and he looks into why strange things happen. Like, basically what he does is he looks at statistical anomalies that should not happen, and he explains, he tries to anyways. He's a lot like Jonathan Lethem in the same way, where he tries to explain why statistical anomalies happen. Basically, he tries to account for the human error in statistical anomalies. So he looks for outliers and weird things that happen in statistical data, and he tries to determine the human psychological or behavioral reason why that happens, because those things tend to happen out of the blue and out of nowhere, and he tends to find some very interesting stories hidden between the lines. And the thing that I just told you about slings right there is that historically he found, when he looked into slingers and stuff like that, is that actually in ancient combat, slingers tended to be the deciding factor in between ancient Bronze Age armies on who won and who lost wars. Is how good your slingers were tended to determine who won. And slingers that were experienced could put a sling stone across somebody from very, very far away and at very high velocity. Incredibly, crushingly high velocity. And so they used to craft... Ooh, another ski jacket. I'll probably layer that up then. That'll be very helpful. Can I do that right now? Instead of, can I put on 2 ski jackets? Because I would love to. Can I only have 1 ski jacket on? So I've got 1 ski jacket that's brand new and another ski jacket that's not quite as good. Yeah, I can layer up my ski jackets. That sounds good. Keep ourselves nice and warm. Seems like a plan to me. Sounds like a plan, man. What do we got over here? Condensed milk, Pinnacle peaches. Okay. That's cool. I can live with that. I'll probably spend some time busting up this shelf. What time is it? It's morning. How's my energy level looking? Energy level's looking pretty good. Well, then let's bust up one of these chairs and spend some time warming up for a little bit. And so there it is. We've got a little bit of wood. I'm interested in trying out this cartography patch. And so what I'll probably do is, even if we don't do anything else here, what I'll do is I'll spend the rest of the day, we'll break these down, and then we'll go outside, and we'll make a campfire. I don't have any accelerant left, so that's a tiny bit of a bummer, and it's probably going to put a damper on what I can accomplish right here. Loving the new textures, by the way. It actually looks like they went through and they actually fleshed everything out, and a lot of the stuff here... Ooh, cured leather. Yeah, it's pretty rare. I'll grab that. That's one of those things that takes a long time to craft yourself, and so if you find it laying around, I tend to stockpile it and have, like, you know, like a fistful of it. Let's go up on the roof and see what we can do up here, too. The roof ain't on fire. That's probably a good thing because it's a long way downstairs and I don't want to die. So we'll grab this. It didn't rhyme, but I think it got the point across. Like, I think it was a functional kind of anecdotal thing. Usually there's a bullet laying up here. Yeah, I was going to say there's almost always a bullet laying up here for somebody that's just, like, chilling on top and trying to snipe or whatever. Open up the hatch. We'll go downstairs and we'll see what we can accomplish here. Let's get outside. And once we get outside, we'll try and play around with this cartography thing. Our medicine cabinet was actually disgustingly empty. So if I wanted to make a campfire, how do I open up... There used to be like a camping menu in here somewhere, and I don't know if they moved it again. Every time I play this game, the UI is a little bit different. And so if I wanted to make a campfire, let's see if I can find that. Insufficient materials to make a fire. Okay, so I need tinder. Do I need a crafting bench to make tinder, or can I still just do that from the inventory? I would assume that I can still just do that from the inventory. Do I have any newspaper or anything in here? Oh, I don't. I don't have any newspaper. Okay. I thought I had newspaper, so I suppose that's a bit of a downer. We'll try to cut out across here. I feel like the sprint is a lot faster now, too. Like, I feel like the sprint is considerably faster than it used to be. There's a wolf over there, so let me get some of my energy back real quick. Not going to chuck a rock at him or see if I can get into trouble. But there are other little places over here where I might be able to find, like, newspapers or books or something like that that I can make use of. I swear to God that I had newspaper that I picked up somewhere, but I guess I must not have. Wait for this energy level to go back up. Unfortunately, my sprint meter doesn't show when I open up my little tab menu. And so it's kind of early on in the day, though, for me to be this tired. We'll go up to the church. We'll see if there's anything up there. I mean, worst case scenario is I've got enough wood right now to where we can last the night in a sleeping bag. Or, I think, as I recall, you should be able to select your sleeping bag when you're inside of a car, and we can crash inside of a car, too. Our clothing's pretty good at the moment, so I think sleeping inside of a car may be a valid option for us. Trunk's locked. We will check the back of the vehicle. Anything, y'all gonna make me check this car? Up in there, up in there. Y'all gonna make me dodge a wolf? Up in there, up in there. Ooh, there's a bullet down there. This dude was ready to ride or die. This dude just got back from the drive-by. Oh shit, that wolf is out there. That dude is not playing around. That dude is not messing with me. Wonder if I can kill a wolf with rocks. Just hit him with rocks over and over and over again. Be like, die! I hate you, Wolfie. Why are you so cruel to me? Why are you so mean to me, Wolfie? Why you got to be like that? Why you got to be like that? There is a way to sleep in here, but I'm having trouble recalling what it was. Oh, it's not letting me place it in here anymore. So there used to be... Well, maybe I'll repair some of my stuff then, because I do have a couple of things in here. I'm wearing a few objects that are pretty busted up at the moment, and being able to fix them might not be the worst idea. So with this action, I do have cloth. Yeah, give it a go. Got nothing else going on for like the next hour, so we may as well. Yay, I got better at crafting. Hooray for me. It's now at 86%. Did the wolf go away? I don't know about a wolf of Wall Street, but we definitely got a wolf of this street over here. Thought that was maybe a twig right there or something. We're playing on stalker difficulty, so we probably want to avoid getting bit by shit right now. I'm going to grab these sticks from over here, too, because we're going to make a fire pretty soon, because I want to see what's up with this cartography. We're also going to... That rock needed. That rock and that stick have drama. Low-key drama from behind the scenes. They do not like each other, so he just flew out of my hand right there. He's like, stick is here. I'm going to get that stick. Fuck that guy. And just, like, went for him. I tried to hold him back, bro. I tried to hold him back, but, you know, sometimes the river of hate runs deep. Ah, shit. I believe there's a wolf in here, as my younger cousin would say. I wonder if this wolf will run up inside this building to mess with me. I don't know if he will. Temptation might be too great for him. Ooh, there's a knife down here, though. Get out of here! Go on, get out of here! I think throwing a rock at him might have made him angrier. Spend my time frustrating the wildlife. Oh, he just ran off. Good. Get on out of here. You don't know me like that. Cool. So now I can look like a ski bunny. That'll be fun. That's what everybody aspires to in life, right? Looking like a ski bunny. How good is this bedroll? Out of curiosity. Is it good or is it bad? Be ye good or be ye bad? You gotta talk to your bedroll like a pirate. That's the only way that it works. Be ye good or be ye bad, bedroll? State your cause, or find yourself fired upon, ye lubber. Alright, well, I came in this way. So maybe I can exit this way, too. I'll be frank with you. I'm not really super stoked about being in this zone. This is not a zone that I find to be appealing in the slightest. Like, I don't care about this zone at all. And so, in general, whenever I'm in this zone, it's normally just to raid it and loot everything from it, and then bail out as fast as possible. Do I still not have kindling? I still don't have tinder. Damn! If I can't make a fire with that tinder, that really sort of creates a problem for me. If nothing else, it definitely increases the chance of me freezing to death, which I do not like at all. Freezing to death sucks. Freezing to death is lame. We don't want to freeze. Freezing to death is lame. Boo. I find that if you heckle the freezing to death, it goes away quicker. I mean, technically, we could just chillax in here. There's nothing like stopping us from doing that, so it's an option. Still no news papeles or anything like that. I need newspaper. I don't have a light source either, so this could be sketchy as all hell going through here. Oh, I do have a light source, so maybe I'll use the flare then. I think I have a torch too. There's nothing down here, so that's fine. I need to make progress, so I'm going to try and rush my way through this as fast as possible so as to avoid getting my ass whooped. I prefer to keep the impending impulse and trajectory and impact of the hand away from my booty hole. I don't feel like getting my hide tanned right now. There we go. We got newsprint. Now we can make some tinder. Fishing tackle in there. That's not a bad find. Normally that's harder to manufacture than you would think. Newsprint, I will take you with me. Although I'm not going to turn you into useful, delicious tinder just yet. My tinder has to be delicious. If my tinder doesn't taste good, it can't be my tinder. Do you have to? Do you have to let it tinder? Do you have to let it tinder? Alright, so there's a flare right there. Got that flare right there. I'm going to hold it in the air. Give a stare to the wolf over there in his lair. Dude, I'm going to make those. I'm going to bust some rhymes. You guys don't even know me like that. Someday I'm going to explode into the rap scene. And they're going to be like, oh shit, he's the new M. He the new M. Oh my god, he's so beautiful. I love him so much right now. All I want to do is have his babies. And I'll be like, nah, I got a wife, yo. I got a wife already. Shit. Where am I right now? Oh, balls. This loop back a direction I didn't want to loop back. No! I looped to the wrong area, bruh. Can't be looping up in this area, bruh. Alright. Let's go back inside the mine. And also, I wanted to see, do I have a torch? I swear to God, I don't have a torch. However, I can make a brand, which is kind of like a torch, but not quite as good. It's basically like a torch, but it's got like a stamp on it from like, oh, I don't know. It's got a stamp on it from Pennzoil or something. The joke is that it's branded, all right? The joke is that it's sponsored. It gets you paid. Gets you taken care of financially. It's the fiscally responsible way to light a torch, all right? I think it's probably a smart idea for me just not to go out right now. Our energy levels are pretty low. I'm thinking that setting up a bedroll right here is probably a smart idea. In addition, we can probably harvest this for tinder plugs so that at least we have a few of them. Tinder plugs are actually just rolls. Like, basically all that it is a thing that's meant to burn. It's a thing that's meant to burn very, very well for like 5 minutes while it's at the bottom of a fire. I don't know why you need tinder plugs in this game in order to light fires. You should be able to do it just fine with sticks or just the newspaper itself. But it's one of those immersion building things that I think the game goes for. I can make a campfire right here. That'd be kind of sweet. I don't know if I should. I can use a lit flare to light this thing, and it doesn't increase my chances of succeeding at all. Well, there you go. We got a campfire now. And if I wanted to do cartography, how do I do that? Maybe this has to burn out first. I'm going to add all these sticks to it real quick. And then, yeah, we're going to have some cooked pinnacle peaches for dinner because I don't cook my meals properly. And I think I need to bring my cooking. My culinary game needs to be stepped up. Yada to feel, yada to heard. Till my culinary game steps up. What am I doing out here? And then I'm probably going to boil off some water, too. Let's go for like 1.5. We got time to do 1.5, no problem. And frankly, my character's not tired enough to sleep through the night. And so once that's done, we'll sleep and I'll hit you all back up in the manana. Morning time. Alright, so it's morning. We don't really have a great food supply now that I'm looking at it. Our food supply is a little bit dubious at the moment. Banged up dog food. Alright, well, we're gonna eat it. You know what? I'm gonna take a chance on it. Take a chance on dog food. There we go. Then I'll probably drink this as well. Oh, that was pointless. I shouldn't have done that. Either way, it gets weight out of my image. It looks like they rebalance weight, too. Like, it looks like they move things around with regards to how heavy things are. I can survey the local area. Cannot map indoors. Oh, I took charcoal out of the fire, so I kind of want to see how this functions. I don't know how long this is going to take, but... yeah, buddy. Oh, that's pretty cool. So you can make, like, a little charcoal map right there. That's pretty sweet. And is that, like, the best I can do? You can only carry, like, one charcoal with you at a time? Because my campfire is still in here. Can I get more charcoal? Can't see worth a damn right now. Ah, you can only get one charcoal per fire. Gotcha. So I would have played that up. We've had 2 fires since we started. I probably would have played that a little bit differently. I probably would have picked up charcoal from both of them so that I could start surveying. That's pretty cool, though. I like that feature. I mean, it seems like it's a little cumbersome right now. Like, it seems like it's difficult to pull off, but it seems like it'll be fun in the long term. Just kind of mapping different zones. Like, you've actively got to, like, I don't want to make a fire right now. Please stop with the fire making. Apparently, I've got a fire in front of me. No, back. Don't make a fire. There we go. Can't make a fire. Can't make a fire without them thoughts. Those campfire fires, bro, because you've been eating all them beans. You know what it's like. Campsite at a bean night, man. It's always rough. Dude, people be bumping that music out. They got that La Banda playing outside right now, dude. People got that shit bumping. I went out front for a minute just to, like, survey the neighborhood because I like to keep careful watch. And outside it's just like it's bumping out there right now. Killing it on that La Banda. Nailing it. I'm going to try not to run or whatever. We're not over encumbered anymore. So that's probably good. We are no longer cucumbered. And so that's pretty sweet. I don't recall exactly how to get out of this zone. But I think it's this way. I think? I'm pretty sure the way that we get back to Pleasant Valley is this. Not Pleasant Valley. The place with the hangar. Like with the little like repair garage or whatever. I think is this way. So I'll give it a look. Oh, we've got Old Man's Beard over here. Yes, I will take a moment. And I totally will take that. Yep, thank you. Old Man's Beard. Gonna rip it out. Gonna take it. Old Man's Beard. I don't have disinfectant, but I'll fake it. With Old Man's Beard, you won't get finger rot. Because Old Man's Beard from a tree's what we got. Yeah, there it is right there. I figured it was back this way somewhere. That's why I risked being in the cold, is because I figured if we go into here, it should be fine. That was pretty cool how we did our cartography, though. That's pretty sweet. Oh, you can aim the rock, too. Don't have a reticle or anything, so that's a little rough, but... yeah, let's use the torch in here. That's fine. Whatever gets us through to the other side. Ooh, a bullet. Yes, I'm glad I lit that then. I probably would have missed that if I'd used a match. Leave the hammer, take the pry bar. We're not going to need the hammer for right now, but we are going to need the pry bar. Tinder plug, sure. That's not too terrible. I'll take it. Works para me. This one goes up. Like a column over here. Nobody sneeze on the column. I'm pretty sure it'll collapse if you do. I'm going to pick up a couple coal rocks, too, so that I can burn them once we get a little bit further into the game. I don't like making runs into the mines to get coal, and so if I can keep like a supply of like 10, 15 coal around, it normally makes me quite a bit happier. A little hole we can dive through down here. Sounds good to me. I think I'm going the right way right now. I think you cut left on this one. It'll take you back up to the top. Pretty happy with the changes I've seen so far, though. The game definitely feels a bit more vibrant. Another pry bar right there in case you're worried about it breaking or anything like that. With the new textures and everything, the game does feel more vibrant to me. It feels pretty good. And then on top of that, with the cartography update, not having to navigate anymore by just like feel and like memory, that'll be nice. It's good for the people that don't want to navigate that way. Like, I've memorized most of the zones because I have like 1,000 hours played in this game at this point. And so I've played the game a lot, and so I basically know most of the zones like the back of my hand. The exclusion would be Timberwolf Mountain. I still kind of have to dick around, and Timberwolf Mountain I still have trouble with. I still got to dick around with that one in order to make my way in and out. But other than Timberwolf Mountain, I think that's the only zone that I really actively get lost in. Pleasant Valley... The thing is, after I did the Nomad update, and after I did the Hopeless Cause update, or the challenges or whatever, didn't really struggle with those any further, because those are the challenges that really kind of force you to learn the zones and figure things out. Start walking around looking at maps, otherwise you'll never make it through. And that's kind of what pulled me through and made it so that, like, I knew what I was working on in the moment. But yeah, I think I'm going to break the episode off right here. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me for another episode of The Long Dark. This is the cartography update, the faithful cartographer. I know how to make maps in real life. That's what I went to college for, was cartography and geology. Making maps. Using that Brunton compass and learning how to shoot azimuths and figuring out how to triangulate so that you could add landmarks to a map and then slowly fill in all the topo lines and everything like that. So things like this are fun to me. These are the things that, like, I care about in life and the things that I'm pretty good at this point. Not like amazingly good at, but I mean, I'm good enough at them. Compared to, like, most people, you know what I mean? Don't know how to make a map from scratch. I do. But anyways, I will see you all in the next episode. Thank you for stopping on in. If you want to get the game, check it out in the description. This is The Long Dark. I do, and I will see you all later. Leave me lots of comments and lots of likes and all that kind of stuff. If you want to see more of this, you've seen the cartography that they've added. We can keep playing if you want, or we can just leave it right there. That's pretty much what the update added. I'll see y'all later. Hi do, everybody.